At my peak, I was around 153 kilograms. That's about like 370 pounds. And it was difficult for me to walk even 100 meters. So I'll get very tired and exhausted after maybe 5 to 10 steps. I start to feel breathless. And all I wanted to do every single day was just to come back and just to eat fast food and my ice cream every single day. So everything else was secondary. First and foremost, I want to enjoy. And it got to a point where everything else was like put aside and not a priority. Even work, personal lives, friends, family members, that's for sure. Everybody else and everything else is second to my fast food and ice cream. So the addiction and the feelings towards the ice cream and fast food was too strong. But the strange thing was I did not really recognize the problem. There didn't seem to be any problem to me except the walking bit and the feeling exhausted because I was so heavy and overweight. But other than that, there was a program that I need to conduct, I do trainings and I do coaching sessions and speaking sessions and to schools and corporations. There was no problem. I could do it very well. And in fact, the ice cream and the fast food actually helps me to solve a bit of problems. Like if I'm stressed out throughout the day, when I go back, once I have my few tubs of ice cream, problem automatically solves. I can be relaxed. So my body spoke to me and decided to tell me and force me to change my habits. So I did not want to change. My body forced me. One day I just collapsed from fatty liver disease, acid reflux, and probably some other ailments that the doctor could not find out. And I was forced to go on like a 1 meal a day diet. They call it OMAD diet for a few months. So I cried myself to sleep every night because I'm a food lover. So not being able to have my tubs of ice cream and fast food was a very painful experience for me. I needed it. So I felt like it was really like a drug withdrawal symptom. Like I really needed it. I couldn't sleep very well. I got anxious, got frustrated. So I had to really control myself for that first 3 months. It's very painful, 3 months. I could not really drink very well as well. Even sips of water made me feel nauseous and made me feel sick. And don't even talk about exercise. I could not even take a few steps without feeling dizzy and feeling faint. Severe lack of energy. So after the first 3 months, I got used to the less food intake, and my body got used to the less food intake. My mind got used to having less food in my body, and I started to follow that OMAD diet. Even after like getting used to it, getting used to that 1 meal a day, I decided to carry on with that for another 2 months. And after that, I decided to add a second meal. So I have my 6 p.m. dinner, and I have my 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. snack, which could be a biscuit, it could be a slice of bread, it could even be some sweets. So that's what I've been doing. So it took me about a year, and my weight gone down from 153, that's 370 pounds, to my current weight, which fluctuates between 73 to 76. Currently, I'm about 75 kilograms, about 160 plus pounds, 170 perhaps, somewhere around there. So I've lost like about 80 kilograms, yeah, 176 pounds, half my body weight. So my waistline gone down from like a 60-inch to my current waistline, which is a 32-inch. My chest was like about 50 inches, maybe even more, and currently it's like 38 or something like that, around there. So I feel better. The most important thing right now is that I feel I have more energy and I'm able to carry out whatever I need to do better, like more clearer, more energy. And if there are some challenges, I'm able to come up with ways to solve them. And the another thing that I added into my routine was walking. This is actually the most important part of my recovery, because it allowed me to improve my blood circulation. When the blood circulation improves, I'm able to do other things well. Like if I need to put in a bit more energy with my work, put in a bit more energy with thinking about how to solve certain problems, I feel that the solution comes a bit more easily. So I just walk like 2 hours per day, 1 hour in the afternoon, early afternoon, and another hour after my dinner. So I don't do any running or jogging, just walking, brisk walking. How brisk is it? It's around maybe 4.5 kilometers to 6 kilometers per hour. So every day I can cover like anywhere between 6 to 12 kilometers depending on my mood and how I feel on the day. So that's the routine that I've been following for the past 1.5 2 years. Yep. So just walking, brisk walking, and on certain weekends I go for an hour, either swim or cycling, stationary bike. So the two main things that has helped me to maintain and even improve my weight and well-being is number one, the walking bit, and number two, the 2 meal a diet thing. And actually there's a third thing, which is water. So I drink plenty of water these days. I tend to get dehydrated a lot previously. So what I do these days is when I get up, I'll have like 500 ml of water just to cleanse up my system. And throughout the day, when I feel thirsty, I'll drink about anywhere between 250 ml to 500 ml. So each day I cover about anywhere between 2 to 3 liters. It's good because it helps you to fill your tummy, because sometimes when we eat because of emotional reasons, not because we are hungry, either because of for feelings or because we are thirsty. Sometimes we mistake thirst for hunger. So I drink a lot of water to make sure that my body gets the water that it needs to function well throughout the day, especially since I'm doing a lot of brisk walking and perspire a lot. So it replenishes the body's water loss. So that's what happens. So these days I feel a bit stronger. I realized that my muscles are a bit are more well toned down than they've ever been. Like even when I was in my 20s, I didn't have this well defined muscles. So although there's some loose skins, everything else seems to be like good. I can feel like if I need to do any kind of pull-ups or push-ups, there's no problem at all. No problem with swimming laps. I don't have that lack of energy. It's in fact improved energy. There's like bounce in my step. Previously, I was like dragging my feet to walk, but now as a bounce to it, feels better. Shoulders feels stronger. Previously, I had usually aches and pains, but these days it feels good. So I'm back with my shadow boxing sometimes just to play around. Just be good. So we have the one message that I have for people who are struggling with food addiction is that you should start with small steps, because you start to do everything at one go. Like you want to exercise and then you want to have your diet at one go, it might be too much for you, especially if you had your addiction for over a long period of time. Like for me, it's been over 20 years that I've been having these few tubs a day of ice cream and a few fast food per day. So it took me a while to get used to it. So you just start with something small first, maybe cut down on your food intake. You can't cut it off completely because your body will want it because of how good it makes you feel. So what you want to do is you want to slowly substitute it. For example, if you are addicted to chocolate, you used to make maybe 1 or 2 bars, just have half of the bar, and then your body still wants to eat that chocolate because you're thinking, where's the other half? So instead of having the other half, have something that's almost similar, like something almost same level of sweetness, but not chocolate. Maybe strawberries, maybe it's some sort of a fruit, maybe watermelon, something that have that same level of sweetness, just to trick your body to think, oh, you're taking something sweet, but it's not chocolate. It takes some time to get used to it. I would advise people to keep a strict schedule of about 21 days or so to feel and see the difference. You'll get used to it, but it will take some time. The 2 time frames that you need to really push through are the 3rd day and the 3 weeks. So that's where you will start to, the 3rd day you start to feel uncomfortable. You want to go through that part, have some things to get your mind ready to overcome that difficult period. Maybe watch your favorite movie to keep your mind occupied. And then after the 3 weeks, you start to feel a bit easier, but you will have that withdrawal symptoms. So remember to have some things to help you to get yourself used to, like movies, your favorite friends, especially the time that you always want to eat. So that time frame, have something to replace that good feeling that food gives you. So try it out. I'll continue to share more tips and advice. Any questions, just drop me an email. Thank you so much for listening. Power to you, people. Don't give up. You can do it. Have a great day. Bye.